YouTube, how we doing? Thank you for checking back in with Koiler Concepts. Today we are going to be going over another RDA. We are going to be going over the Vector by Vulcan. Guys, it is a nice little top airflow RDA. I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of it, in my opinion. This was given to me for the purpose of this review. There will be a link in the description below where you can find it. It's going to be at vaporsreviews.com. I believe they're going for about $60 to $65, I believe. There's not really much to talk about. It's got a very unique deck designed to build on. Very good post holes for higher gauge wires. It is definitely for flavor. There are some pros to it. There are some cons to it, in my opinion, and we will be going over that in a little bit. Other than that, guys, we might as well drop down for the breakdown. So here we go, guys. This is the breakdown on the Vector. This is how it's going to come to you in a nice little plastic case. Good and strong. It's actually very nice packaging. 4 magnets to hold the cap on, so nothing falls out. Once you pop that wonderful thing off, pull that off, and that's how she's set inside there, guys. Just like that. So you get your RDA. And if you keep pulling all this stuff out, you get your Allen key to undo your post. They are Allen keys, guys. They are hex heads. For those who like them, sorry. I enjoy grub screws. I find they hold a little better. And then you get a pack of extra screws, extra O-rings, and the infamous screen that comes in it. We'll get into that in a second. Okay, so we're just going to set all this stuff aside. I can actually keep everything focused here. Here we go, guys. This is the Vector. Now, you can see the etching on there is good. It's deep enough. You've got 8 holes for your top airflow. Pop that open. You guys can see in there, there's a screen in there. That's supposed to be for spitback. Yes, it stops spitback, but it also decreases your airflow. I'll get into that in a second. Grab it out of here. Pull the top off of this. And 3 posts, guys, here. Big post holes in there. It's got a very unique deck. You can see the undercut on the negative posts. That's for your juice well, guys. It's not a very deep juice well. It's about 4 millimeters, I believe. It holds a fair amount, especially when you're rocking this for flavor. Yeah, I'll pull that off of here for a sec. Oh, try not to drop everything. All your markings on the bottom. You've got Vulcan written on the bottom there. I'll wipe that off. 2015. I'm not sure if that's a serial number or if it's the year it was made. Believe it might be a serial number, which is kind of cool because it's 2015. A lot of Japanese writing on there that I don't understand. It's got a solid red copper center post, or for your 510 connection, not your center post, just your screw for it. Full 303 stainless steel construction. Very sturdy. The inside of that cap, you can see that. See that airflow in there, guys? That shoots that directly on top of your coils. And for flavor, you cannot get any better. This thing is superb, to say the least. I really like the airflow on this thing. I like the fact that it doesn't leak because of the airflows at the top. What else we got here? We got vertical top airflow. The AFC ring is actually on your drip tip. And that's one of my cons about this, is you cannot change the drip tip in it. Cuts off your airflow, so you can have one. Now, another thing is you're only rocking this in dual coil. You cannot do it in a single coil. There's no way to block off the airflow for a single. So if I spin that all the way to 0 here, it's 0 on the other side. So you're a dual coil all the time in this thing. It doesn't matter. That's another one of the cons. Every now and then I do like to rock things in a single coil. It does help with flavor sometimes, depending on the build. I like the airflow. I really like it. I don't like the fact that the drip tip doesn't come off. You can't change it and use something else, unless you can find something that'll fit in there, but then it'll just sort of look ridiculous because it'll be so high. The screen, guys. That is supposed to stop your spitback. Does it? Absolutely. But the problem that I have with it is that it fills up with juice because the screen is so fine that it just catches everything and stays right there. As a slight comparison, I can show you another one here. This is the Koiler RDA top cap. And you see the screen in that. Nice big squares. This does not spit back at all with that screen. And because of the size of there, it holds nothing in it. It allows airflow no matter what. This little guy, on the other hand, get us to focus in here. This little guy fills up with juice and does absolutely nothing after that. Now, the added bonus is you can just pop those out. You just push something inside here and pull it out. That's all it is, a little metal screen. That's usually how I rock it. I pull it out and I just straight with the wide bore. They do give you another one of these in the replacement bag if you decide to use them. Anybody that I've talked to has pulled them out, so because they're kind of useless. That's another con. Like I said, pure red copper 510 on the bottom. You got peak insulators in there. It's got a very, very unique non-spin center post, guys. Very, very unique. Let's see if I can pull that out for you. Yeah, under your copper pin here. Yeah. That's your 510 there. All red copper, all solid copper. Beautiful. Once you get in here, you get into your peak insulator that's in here. You can see that it's got like an oval. Let me get that into focus here again. There we go. You can see that it's got like a little bit of an oval design to it. The bottom of this center post here, it's going to be hard to see on camera. Oh, maybe you can see it. There you go. See the little cutouts on the side? Those grip into that peak insulator and makes it so it does not spin. I've reefed down on this thing and it doesn't go anywhere. So put it back in, you just line your grooves up in your middle. Fire your pin back in. And tighten her down. It is not adjustable, guys. It's not an adjustable 510 pin. Would I use it on a hybrid? I'd feel safe using it on a hybrid. It does protrude pretty far, or far enough that it's not going to ground out on you. So yeah, I'd use it on a hybrid, no problem. Now, like I said, it does have a very, very unique deck to it. I'm going to straighten out that center pin, guys. There we go. It's got a unique deck to it, and you can see the cutouts under here, right in here. There's nothing underneath that negative post. It is full open on both sides, allows your juice to run right through, so you don't have to worry about dripping on one side and not getting any juice on the other. From the looks of it, we're looking at about a 2.8 millimeter hole in the post, so no matter what kind of build you put in here, Clapton's, fused, staggered, doesn't matter, depending on the size. You can also run dual 20 gauge in here if you really wanted to. It'll take it, and it'll take all of it, no problem. Good sturdy O-rings on there when you're putting all this stuff together. They grip on real good. Usually have to throw it on a mech to pull it off again. So yeah, there's really not much else to it, guys. If you're looking for an Addy that's going to give you amazing flavor and give you a decent build deck and kind of a unique build deck, I'd suggest it. For an authentic through Vapors reviews, these guys are going for about 65 bucks tax in. There'll be a link in the description so you can go check them out. It's got a bunch of other stuff on there too. But yeah, 65 bucks for this, guys. She's a nice little RDA. She does get a little warm. There's no heat sinks on it or anything like that, so the drip tip can get a little warm if you're pulling on it pretty good. But other than that, other than the fact that I can't change the drip tip and I don't like the screen inside it, I like it, guys. It's a nice RDA for flavor. You're not chucking clouds with it. You probably could, but I don't chuck clouds with it. Yeah, flavor wise, this thing is awesome. I just pulled a staggered build out of it that I was rocking in there for a while. We're gonna throw a parallel build in here just for fun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this thing coiled up, wicked up, ready to go, and then we will go back up on top. Okay, guys? Hold on a sec. There we go, guys. We are coiled up. One thing I do need to mention, you see how low my coils are there? I had to drop them down because the inside of this cap, as you can see the curve on that top there? It sticks those airflows down a little, kind of even with the top of the negative posts. So you got to build lower so that you don't short out on your cap. Okay, dry fire. Beautiful. Going from the inside out. Perfect. We are parallel 24 gauge nichrome 80, supplied by Koiler. I'm going to wick her up now, guys. And there we go, guys. We are wicked and ready to go. Today, guys, we are going to be dripping some Poof by Dark Side Creations. Just got a juice well, man. You can fill it right up. Soak them all in. That nichrome produces very well. I love it. That's about it, guys. Let's go up and I'll give you my final thoughts. So there we go, guys. That is the breakdown on the Vector. Like I said, pros and cons. Pros, I do like the build deck on it. I like the way it's designed. I like the airflow. I like the fact that it's pretty much leak proof. Cons, guys, that airflow spit back screen. That's why I take mine out. And the fact that you can't really use another drip tip on it. You're kind of stuck with the one that they get you, and it does tend to get a little bit hot if you're chain vaping it a little bit. So like I said, guys, there will be a link in the description below where you can find it, vaporsreviews.com. Go check him out, guys. Go see what he's got. He's got decent prices. Customer service is awesome. So as always, guys, always remember to build safe and vape smart. And we will see you on the next one.